Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy this video, please like and also subscribe to the channel. If you like movie talk, please join me every Monday where I have a movie show that I do with some friends live. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pickups that I got recently. There may be a few of these that I've shown already before because it's been a while and I don't recall 100%. Most of these will be first timers though. Here's a movie I've never seen before, even though it's by Universal Studios, and I love Universal horrors. The Man Who Reclaimed His Head, with Claude Rains and Lionel Atwill, Joan Bennett. I'm anxious to see what this is all about because I love Universal horrors and I've never seen this, and I don't think it's horror really 100%, but it fits somewhat. Okay, here's one that I've never seen also with Bette Davis and Glenn Ford. It's called A Stolen Life. Never seen this one before. This is a DVD from the Warner Archive collection, and I like Bette Davis. All About Eve. You know, I never watched the whole movie, so maybe eventually I shall. This is a DVD with Bette Davis and Ann Baxter, George Sanders. Here's Bette Davis in Dangerous, which I've never seen before. And this is on another one of those Warner Archive sets. It's not worried. It's not going to be all Bette Davis. We're going to change really quickly. James Cagney and Bette Davis in The Bride Came COD on Blu-ray. Another movie I've never seen before. All right, now to show you something completely different. How about the horror film The Car? About a car that's kind of possessed by a demon, I guess, if not the devil itself, with James Brolin. The Car. I've seen that before. I saw it in the movie theater, actually. Seen this in the movie theater, too. Steve Guttenberg and Daniel Stern, Mickey Rourke, Kevin Bacon, Ellen Barkin, etc., in the movie Diner from the early 80s. I got this on Blu-ray. Okay, Charlton Heston, my favorite guy, is in this movie. This is a comedy called The Private War of Major Benson. It also stars Julie Adams, who was in The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think she did this film right after that film. And this was remade later in later years as a movie called Major Payne, Payne. So that's a comedy for Chuck Heston. Don't know if I've shown this one. I might have. This is a documentary, The Haunted World of Edward D. Wood Jr. to be exact. And this is a rather long documentary. It's almost 2 hours. Okay, the classic comedy, Blazing Saddles. I have it on, I think I have it on DVD. Now I have it on Blu-ray. Mel Brooks, who just turned 100 years old. Okay, there were a lot of comedies by the Bowery Boys that I have, and they were known as the East Side Kids. I just want to take this tag off here. They were known as the East Side Kids before they were the Bowery Boys. This is going to kill the view because I'm pulling this damn thing off. And I picked this one up knowing I was going to get rooked, and I kind of did. It says digitally restored my ass. And, you know, there's a movie here, Spooks Run Wild, on the bottom. It's got two films, Bowery Blitzkrieg and Spooks Run Wild, with Bela Lugosi. I bought it because of Bela Lugosi, and there he is. I'm a big Lugosi fan. And the public domain prints absolutely suck on this. You can never get a good print, and this one I checked it out. It's not any better. Okay, next up we have, let's see, how about an Elia Kazan production of A Face in the Crowd on DVD. This is Andy Griffith, much different from the Andy Griffith Show. You know, he plays a politician, and he gets into corruption and stuff, so that's interesting. I saw that on Turner, TCM. Okay, yeah, I see I didn't take a lot of the tags off here. Okay. Here's What About Bob, a comedy I've seen a few times, starring Bill Murray, but Richard Dreyfuss is playing the straight man to Bill Murray, the psychiatrist who Bob the crazy patient torments. So that's what that's about. That's a decent comedy. Okay, next up I have the sequel to American Graffiti on Blu-ray called More American Graffiti. This is a movie pretty poor sequel to American Graffiti, but I've seen it enough times now that I get something out of it anyway. I particularly like the Vietnam scenes of comedy with Charles Martin Smith, the Toad, my favorite segment of there. Okay, here we've got Dan Curtis classic monsters. These were made for TV movies. That's Jack Palance as Dracula from 1973. I don't even know what else is on this. Wow. There's other movies too. Dracula, Frankenstein. I believe Frankenstein has Bo Svensson in it as the monster. And The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is also Jack Palance. So there's a few movies on there for that. Okay, Laurel and Hardy. I'm a big Laurel and Hardy fan. And one of my favorite movies by them I used to watch every Thanksgiving in New York was March of the Wooden Soldiers, a.k.a. Babes in Toyland. I had this one a long time ago. This is a Good Times colorized version, and I really don't like colorization. I don't like colorizing. I don't like when they do it, but I remember I had an edition of this in the early days of DVD, and I was surprised that this one was well done and for a colorizing job. And I remember it looked pretty good, and I got rid of it years ago, but I found it again. And Stan Laurel, I know, maybe Oliver Hardy too, wanted this movie to be in color originally. It was released in black and white. Okay, what do we talk about the pre-code days? Okay, how about Cecil B. DeMille? I'm taking another tag off. I thought I had them all off. Cecil B. DeMille, you know, he did the Ten Commandments and Samson and Delilah. He had a movie in the early 30s called The Sign of the Cross. And I saw this one time, and I was so impressed with it because it's pre-code, which means they get to do all kinds of things in here, like let's just say a milk bath, and there's a little bit of violence in here. I mean, things for the early 30s before they put the code on, which they got away with. You got Frederick March, Claudette Colbert, and Charles Lawton in this. Interesting movie. I remember that from way back when. Here's Fire Maidens from Outer Space on DVD, which I saw this movie a long time ago, in the 90s, I think. A friend had a really bad quality VHS tape. I don't remember it being any good, but I think it had a lot of lovelies in there, a lot of lovely ladies in there. But I'll give this another shot. When, I don't know, but I'll give it another shot. Yeah, here's a movie I rewatched recently. I might have shown this one already. Sweet Hostage. I don't even know if I did a review on this even. I might have done a review on it. I don't know. But anyway, be that as it may, this is Linda Blair as a person who's kidnapped by Martin Sheen, who's very eccentric, and you know, they wind up kind of having a thing. So it's a made-for-TV movie from '75. Pretty good. I had never seen this one. I just recently watched it, Of Human Bondage. Very good early Bette Davis movie. I like Bette Davis in these early movies like that. You know, I think she really was pretty in these early ones. And it's also got, of course, Leslie Howard. And this was a good movie. And finally, the last one that I want to show for this video is an Elvis movie that I got purely because it's in a snapper case. It's a cool cover, Viva Las Vegas, you know, the old-fashioned Warner Brother snapper deal, which is, it's a nice cover, you got to admit, you know, and decent Elvis movie too. Well, thank you everybody, really appreciate it. And as I said, if you like this, please like it, hit the like and subscribe. You know, check out so many videos that I've got on this channel, which you can go to the playlists section and find you know what your taste is. Talk soon, I hope.